In this video, I am going to show you some ways that you can warp text inside of Photoshop. These are some predetermined or pre-made templates that they have for you to manipulate text. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. If we go to our type tool and make sure that you have a lighter color selected, we can just click over here and we will type food or something like that. And let's move this a little bit. And we can always change the angle later on, or the color, or any of these things that you'd want to match up your design. But let's just take a look at how you can warp this. So if we select on the type tool and we have the text layer selected and we click on this icon at the top, it says create warped text. So when I click on that, it's going to give us the ability to make all these different styles of warped text, and we'll look at some of them here. I'm going to cancel that for a minute, and I want you to open up the characters panel, and you might have gotten an error about file bold being activated. If you do get an error, come into the character panel. You can go to window and then character, and then uncheck this first button here that says file bold. If I have that selected and I try to warp the text, it says we cannot complete your request because the type layer uses a file bold style. Remove attribute and continue. You can hit OK and it will do it for you, or just select that. And that's just a way to bolden up the text through Photoshop's, the way that they handle the type, doing it in a file bold style. We want to turn that off so that we can edit this text. So we'll click on that warped, and then we can choose the style that we want. So for instance, we can do an arc, and it'll arc that text for us. Now you have the ability to come in here and make any of these changes that you want. So you can change the bend, you can do different types of distortion, the way that it's going to distort one direction to the other direction, and also vertically, it'll distort it that way. And then you have all of these different types of warp text styles here that you can choose. So you can have it where it stays flat across the top and then just warps the bottom. And then the opposite here. We have an arch, a bulge, a shell. We can have a wavy or flag looking type, fisheye, or fish, I guess it is. A rise. Here's the fisheye. Inflate, squeeze, and twist. So, and then you have all the ways that you can come in here and manipulate this. So you'll want to play around with these settings and try to get something that you like. But basically, this just gives us an easy way to come in and manipulate this text by warping it. So we can hit OK, it'll save that in there, and then you can see our icon in the layers panel changes, and if we double click on that, we can go back in and change any of those settings. Then once we had that set, of course, we would come in here and we could transform it to make it fit the menu. I just hit Control T, and then we could just adjust the rotation here and have it look however we need to for our design work. But that is how you warp text in Photoshop. Pretty easy and self-explanatory, but I wanted to show you that option is there because you can get some really cool looks and effects by using those warp tools.